I left New Orleans, I went directly. Leaving New Orleans was right after Katrina, so I mean, the day Katrina was about to hit, we went straight to Baton Rouge, where my auntie lives, and I stayed with my auntie for about a year, because I stayed with, not a year, we stayed with her for about a month, and then we found our own place to stay, because during that month we stayed with her, we found out that she wasn't, not sure, but we found out that our house was a little messed up. We had black mold everywhere. The house was in, it just wasn't in living stable. There was a big hole in the roof, and we just couldn't live there, because I have a lot of asthma patients in my family. So we left. When we left New Orleans, came back, and we decided we were going to stay here for a little while until we could find out what we were going to do. We tried to get the house fixed up. It wasn't all that working out well. All our plans didn't go that well, and then eventually just decided to get ready to sell it. So we found out that my sister was actually staying at Fort Worth, but in Granbury, Texas, and she was doing all right out there. And because during Katrina, we didn't know where she was. She went to she somehow found her way to the Superdome, and because she walked through like a lot of water, a lot of the floods. My niece, she had my niece in like a deep freezer, just so she wouldn't. My niece was probably I want to say she was 4 when Katrina hit, and she had her in like a deep freezer trying to make sure she stayed above the water without having to hold it all the time. And, there's no telling what she saw out there or whatever. But even though she got over it, and she's working with a hospice thing right now. And after we found out she was in Granbury, we decided, let's look at some places in Texas. And the first place we wanted to look was in Baytown, around the Houston area. And we looked around there. I was like, Houston, there's too much going on in Houston. And that's when we realized how really big Texas was. It's not really a small place, to be honest. But after that, we decided to go a little up north, around Dallas, and we just eventually looked around looking around the Grand Prairie areas, and we ran into Fort Worth. We looked there, and we saw a new subdivision coming up, and building houses. And it was like, okay, let's try and get something here. It was by summer of 2006. No, not summer of 2006. It was summer of 2006. We decided we had the house, and we were getting all our stuff ready to get packed up over there, and around October, we actually moved to Texas. In October, I got situated, and we saw the subdivision was living in, but at the moment, the house wasn't finished. The house wasn't finished being built. It wasn't going to be finished being built in December. So at the moment, we were living with my sister in her house in Fort Worth that was built by Habitat for Humanities. Got all that situated, moved all our stuff, and we had a pod, and so because we had a lot of stuff in the old house. The old house was a little bit bigger than the one we have now, but you gotta sacrifice to go somewhere new. So we decided, we took the house, we got the floor plan and stuff, and then we just waited for it to be finished. And we waited. I got there around. When we actually got to Texas, it was around October. It was